Do you feel the world has changed?
But he is blind and can't see. Wow. Fuck, bro. Fuck.
No,
But
no,
why?
it's not.
Why?
It was so painful. Oh my god, I can't.
She's different.
Stop.
I'm
Look,
female,
we
he's
have to
male.
put, we got smoothies and ice cream to put on our eyebrows.
I'm a woman, he's a man. It's different.
I'm so sorry.
Don't do it. Oh, Randy won't even let you see it.
I'm sure this question you often ask yourself. The world has changed. COVID-19 changed human history for good, and still, we may see its aftershocks worldwide. What is more intriguing is how humanity is moving toward a new era where reality and illusion are often intermixed, and what is true or fake is getting hard to define. In the present state, the instrument we invented in 1983 controls almost every part of our lives. The internet is the most incredible tool humans have ever made, and today is an irreplaceable part of the modern world. Just take a look. The education system is evolving with the help of the internet. We have thousands of courses and online schools. Even those schools we used to attend physically now have legit online programs. Professionals tend to choose remote work over the office. We seek friends, collaborators, girlfriends, and boyfriends with specific apps. Entertainment has changed as well. For example, we visit cinema theaters less than we should, which I disagree with, because nothing can replace experience. But yeah, this is another story. More or less, the modern internet has positive aspects in our lives, and the growing technology is helpful if it benefits us. But what if technology distorts our perception of reality? Can it be called beneficial?
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, these are weaponized. You have social statisticians and scientists and researchers on people in lab coats, literally best minds of our generation, figuring out how to addict you to the news.
Yes.
And if you fall for it, if you get addicted, your brain will get destroyed.
We often set aside critical thinking and believe what we see on the famous social platforms is true. But why? The massive volume of poor quality content flourishes second after second without control. Even if we turn on our critical analysis on one video, right on the next corner we have another video with the same topic but another channel's name or face. Why? The algorithm assumes you want this topic and feeds you with the same genre until you regurgitate it, corner after corner. You stop thinking critically, and in the end, you give up. Your brain is getting washed and believes that propaganda. Why? Because the thought process requires energy and effort. And the fuel for the thought process is neurotransmitters. Do you know or not, your brain produces a limited amount of the neurotransmitters that support your mood, concentration, or focus during the day, and also your ability to cope with the daily routines. The changes in the concentration of one or another have serious consequences on your day and your whole life. Just think about it. Your mood can quickly be affected early morning by showing horrors from Ukraine war, and a few seconds later, the same social platform feeds you with the gorgeous puffy cat look. It is a roller coaster for your brain. As far as you go in your TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, fewer neurotransmitters remain for you. One is true. Looking down at your phone, be sure it is your concentration, emotions, and ability to think critically. Instead of controlling your thought process, technology controls it by applying an enormous amount of information that drains your neurotransmitters until you give up at the biochemical level. Technology is good if it works for your benefit. Otherwise, you become a benefit of technology. Our only weapon is to filter those poor quality content as strictly as possible and surround ourselves with the content that brings value to work, personal life, or health. That's it. In the modern world, we watch things that drain us emotionally and mentally. According to research, our attention span has markedly decreased in just 15 years. In 2000, it was 12 seconds. Now, 15 years later, it's shrunk significantly to 8.25 seconds. In fact, scientists reckon we now have a shorter attention span than goldfish, who can focus on a task or object for 9 seconds. And social platforms with short videos and poor quality content accelerate the process even farther. We no longer perceive the information as it was before. As a result, we quickly forget what we had seen 5 seconds ago. Why? Our dopamine burns as tar. We forgot the main concept of content creation. It must bring value to the viewer. What kind of value? Educate, entertain, improve quality of life personally and professionally.
In modern society, we get too much information too quickly, and so our attention spans are very low. So you get Twitter, you get Instagram, you get Facebook, you're just used to being bombarded with information.
So after deep research, profound observation, and meticulous analysis, I decided to open this channel on YouTube. I believe in the future of YouTube as the platform for education, entertainment, communication, and even work. Only here I found creators who can positively transform the modern internet and bring value to the audience. Make the world better and, most importantly, natural. The quality of content creation on YouTube slowly but surely is evolving to the next step. Certainly, YouTube is growing and becoming more than just a video platform. Unfortunately, the opposite situation we see on large screens or streaming platforms. Within the last few years, we can barely count the number of those movies we enjoyed watching. And the problem relies on something other than the technically bad-made movie. The lack of inducing the record button of our memory called emotions is no longer in favor of those institutions. Today, the number of content outweighs its quality. So, they feed you with the garbage content and want you to pay for it. The main purpose of this channel is to make it authentic. In other words, produce human-made content, provide evidence-based information, oppose the force of delusional, widely spread vibrancy, create a community of interested and talented people, please them to communicate with each other, debate relatable topics, learn new skills, educate and share experience. But most importantly, to make this channel stand out is to induce emotions and feelings. These elements makes us human, nothing else. I'm Orhan Goldway. With a background in various industries, including art and science, I dedicated myself to filmmaking and content creation. Films or movies are the highest forms of art on earth. We can perceive this form of art at its highest possible level via visual and acoustic stimulation. By watching masterpiece crafts, we are fully immersed in cinema's magic with all our minds and bodies. Meanwhile, filmmaking or content creation is the greatest opportunity to present, educate, or entertain the audience with the new information or well-forgotten old ones delivered from a distinct angle. Modern content factory undergoes evolution, and YouTube depicts that process. This channel will be about content creation, writing, editing, acting, masterpiece movies, visual arts, the power of music in cinema, cinematography, language, and even photography, which is the part of content creation in the modern industry. We aim to touch a creative part of the stories, which will help make your own. Don't worry, I will not sell another course to you. Those days have gone. The audience should have free access to a source that can improve lives professionally and personally. We start the first episode with the Director's Vision series. Most famous and recognized directors of our time are learned from the directors of their past. By adding break after break, we can see the evolution of cinema as art by watching the famous crafts of the past and present. We have to keep that pattern. So we have to learn how the greatest filmmakers of our time made their movies and add our own breaks on top of them. Like any other artist, every director has style, voice, and vision. How they apply it is the skill. So, what are you waiting for? Welcome to the Orhan Golway channel. See ya.